What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ras Tien in the building. Glad to have y'all here. How y'all all doing today? All right, good. I'm feeling all right today, y'all. I'm feeling damn good. And I'm ready to pop this thing off right quick. Now, for today's topic, I thought about this and I've been thinking about this for a while. So I wanted to bring up this topic. Accepting yourself according to nature, right? Now, what do I mean by that? All I basically mean is the way you were born, you need to accept that that's how you were born and love yourself. You know, I've noticed since here in my time in Asia, I've noticed that people love fair skin here in Asia. You know, people love whiteness so much, right? So when they look at people who are darker skinned, you know, like who are tan or just straight up black, you know, they look at those people in disgust, and they don't want the same for themselves. So if they see to where a person is brown, they look at it like, oh, you're too tan. You know, you need to lighten your skin. And you know, even back home in America, I've noticed when I was growing up as a kid, because I'm pretty dark skinned, but I noticed, like, you know, even other dark skinned girls, they used to tell me like, oh, okay, I can't date you. You're too dark. And they'll be and this bitch will be as dark as me, talking that crazy shit. And I'll often go for the black kids who were of lighter skin tone, like ones who were like tan or who had like a reddish, whitish looking complexion, because that black guy that they saw usually had like good textured hair, the pretty eyes that they like. And because of how we were taught that, you know, fair skin is good and dark skin is bad. I mean, even if you look up, if you go on the internet and you type in Jesus, the first thing you're going to see is a person with blonde hair and blue eyes, even though that's not really how he looked. Because even in the Bible, they tell you he was a man that had he had black skin with curly textured hair. And we can debate that for another time for anyone who disagrees. But I mean, yeah, when you look at how the early Europeans were, I mean, they you know, through their global conquest, they were teaching that white is right and black is bad. I mean, when they made Jesus white, they made the devil look black. You could Google images of this. And you know, I've noticed, you know, a lot of Asian people, especially the women, you know, they don't like being teased for being too tan. And I've always wondered to myself, I said, well, how can you be too tan or be too dark? You know, that's like saying you're too yellow or that you're too white, you know? And what I'm here to tell you today is that you need to accept yourself according to what you are by nature. Okay? Nature says that you're supposed to look a certain way. Okay? it didn't say that, in order to look perfect or in order to look like your true self, you need to look lighter, or even when it comes to other so-called enhancements you may give yourself. Like if you look in Korea, there's a lot of fake shit about a Korean woman. That's why I don't really like, I've never dated a Korean woman, because you can't tell what's real on them. They get a lot of surgeries done, And the thing that I always liked about Asian women was the fact that, you guys had oval shaped eyes, and the yellow skin and the short stature. That shit is cute to me. I like it, especially if you have short hair. I'm on you if you that type of girl. But people get those kind of enhancements done to themselves because they don't have confidence in themselves. They feel like in order to feel better about themselves, they have to take things that are inorganic and apply that to themselves in order to look and feel better. And one thing you got to understand about nature is this. Look, everything in nature, it ain't pretty. I'll be the first to tell you that. Everything in nature ain't beautiful. Some shit in nature is ugly. Like you might see a strawberry that looks really good, right? It looks good according to appearance. It's shaped nicely. It's got that nice pinkish looking color, right? But then you look at the other strawberry, it looks all bulbousy and, a little lumpy, right? But even though the one that looks all lumpy, it may not look that appealing, but that strawberry may taste a lot better than that strawberry that just looks good. It has all those natural juices and tastes sweet. Probably make the best strawberry smoothie, or the best strawberry ice cream, or best strawberry pie that you probably would have ever tasted. So you got to understand this, that when God made us, he ain't made no mistakes. He made all of us to be perfect. Now, like I said, everything in nature ain't really good. I mean, hell, you have some people that can come out with deformalities. You have some people that could be born retarded. But of course, this is all, some of this stuff might be through stuff like radiation or incest, unnatural things, of course. But nature, quote unquote, nonetheless. And if you don't believe in anything else, you gotta believe that nature, nature, God. If you don't believe in God, you gotta realize that you are beautiful according to nature. You see, I'll tell you something. Humans, even though we're smart, we're also very flawed. You see, animals don't have to worry about the same stuff we have to worry about. They never worry about vanity. You never hear in the wild where a cheetah says, "Oh, I wish I had long flowing hair like this lion does. I wish I was big like this lion. I want to make myself to look more like a lion." The cheetah doesn't have to do that. Why? Because he knows that he has special characteristics that make him unique, much like that lion. And just like that lion, there's a hunter that's gonna want to hunt that cheetah, just like he would with that lion, for that cheetah's pelt. Okay? A lot of people don't really like snakes, but yet people find snakes to be beautiful. There are people out there who really do find who are really snake enthusiasts, and they think that they're very beautiful creatures. And snakes themselves know this. They know, even though, hey, I got scaly skin, I don't got no legs, I don't got no limbs at all. But I'm still one of the most fiercest predators and the most adored out there in the world. So, if wild animals don't need acceptance from other people, why do you feel like you need acceptance from other people? Who are you trying to impress? I mean, you're trying to impress people who you don't even know. So, it's important to understand something else too. It's not very safe to be using these skin bleaching creams. I know that's what you see in Asia, like when you go to Thailand, when you go to India, Philippines, Japan, you see the women on the posters who are fair skinned. You'll see before and after pictures of where the dark skinned person or the brown skinned person is like the before, and then the after picture is the person with the fair skin. And they advertise this to you. They put it all on TV. They put it in your soaps, your shampoos, your lotions, everything, right? As a way to tell you that you're not perfect or you're not radiant if you don't have white skin, right? And it's time that we all break this cycle, because it's not just Asian people that's subjected to that. Yeah, there are Black people who do this shit too. Especially back home in America, there's a lot of Black women who have fake hair in their head that don't belong to them. You dyeing your hair to look like a white woman, you bleach your skin, not knowing that the shit it don't really lighten your skin. It turns your skin pink if you're a Black person. And then you're using all this stuff, and you don't even know the side effects. You're not aware that a lot of these skin bleaching creams, they contain things called, what's the name of it? Hydroquinone, corticosteroids, and mercury. Go look these things up. These are all things that can damage your skin. It can give you skin cancer. It can turn it can go from turning your skin could go from turning dark to being too light. And when you're too light, that means you can't even be in the sun. It can cause your skin to start thinning. It can cause you to have visible blood vessels in your skin. It can have you could get scarred. It could cause a lot of scarring. It could give you kidney, liver, or nerve damage. And if you're a pregnant woman, it could give you abnormalities in your newborn baby. So this is the detriment that skin bleaching can have as a long-term effect, right? That's why, and I know you guys don't know this stuff. That's why I'm coming to you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about, wanting to be of a lighter skin tone, but I do need to let you know that, you're perfect the way you are. And hey, you gotta look at it. The original human beings of the planet, the original human beings who we all came from Africa. I'm a pretty dark-skinned guy, but there were people, the original people of the planet, they were darker than me. They were as black as ink in a pen. Your ancestors, they were close to the same color. They were brown and yellow. I remember I was talking with this one girl who's Mongolian. She said, well, when I told her the same thing, she was like, well, yeah, that's okay for my ancestors, but not me. You know, I want to be white. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to look like your ancestors? Well, that's like saying you don't want to look like your mom and dad. So it's okay for them to be light skinned, but not, I mean, it's all right for you to be light skinned, right? Just as long as you don't have to look like them. That don't even make any sense at all. That don't make no sense. So that's just the bottom line, guys. Accept yourself according to what you are, according to what God says you are, and according to what nature says you are. Like I said before, if you don't believe in nothing else, believe in nature, okay? I know, like I said before, everything in nature ain't perfect, but most things are, okay? And you have to ask yourself this too. How can you expect someone to love you for what you are when you don't love yourself for what you are naturally? And that goes into another thing, like that goes into, and this is nothing against anybody of the LGBT community, but that goes especially towards someone who's a transgender. Someone who's a transgender, I don't got nothing against you. You know, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But don't tell me that you're being your true self when your true self was really a man, or your true self was really a woman. You're not being your true self. You're running from your true self because you're trying to argue with people and force them to believe that you're something that you're not. That's like me as a black man. Me as a black man, I can't say that my true self is really an Asian man. No matter how hard I try, I could do everything an Asian man does. I could speak Asian languages. I could eat with chopsticks. I could change the texture of my hair. I could go the whole 9. That ain't gonna make me Asian. And my Asian listeners that are out there, you guys know for sure that, you know, other Asian people ain't gonna have a problem letting me know that my ass is black and I ain't one of y'all. You know that for a fact. So if I can't convince people that I'm really an Asian man, even if I go as far as to change the skin tone of myself, you know, that means that I should accept myself according to what I am by nature, right? I mean, because even the most irrational person will tell me I'm crazy. The most delusional person will tell me I'm crazy for thinking that I'm something that I'm really not, and not accepting myself for what I am naturally, right? So whether it's changing your sex or trying to change your race or your skin tone, it's all about accepting yourself according to what you are by nature, okay? Because it don't matter if I think I'm an Asian man and I say I feel like an Asian man. If I have sex with an Asian woman after having a transformation to look more Asian, and even though I changed myself on the outside, guess what? I haven't changed myself on the inside. My baby's still gonna be half black and half Asian, okay? So that's the rule. Just remember, okay? Accept yourself according to what you are by nature. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for having yellow skin or having jet black skin. I don't give a fuck if you got skin that's as black as oil. Love your motherfucking self. That's the key. That's the key, is to love yourself, because you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have self-acceptance. Okay, you might have a nose that's too damn big. Okay, There's somebody out there that'll love you for having a big fucking nose. You may be a woman that may have been that you know, when you were growing up, you probably didn't develop big enough breasts. That's okay. There's somebody who loves you for having a flat fucking chest. They'll tell you, hey, come here, baby. I love that ironing board chest you have. Okay, accept what the fuck you are by nature. Don't let nobody make you feel insecure to where you feel like you gotta go and change yourself just so you can have people look at you. You know, and I'm speaking to all my listeners regarding of age. Whether you be a teenager or an adult, this message is for you, okay? Love your motherfucking self. And don't let nobody make you feel insecure for looking the way you do naturally. Fuck, if you gotta go out your way to impress a motherfucker just so they can like you, that's not the motherfucker you need to be around. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, y'all, you know, you gotta learn to just accept what you are according to nature, according to what God says you is. And well, that's all the time we got for today. I'll post up another video this weekend. It was nice talking to y'all. Hope you got something out of this video in order to make you into a better version of yourself, naturally, of course. And I leave you in the words of love, peace, and coconut grease. I'll holla. It's your boy Ras Tien signing out.